everybody, Yogi Fierce here. If you just watched my intro stretch video for tired legs, this is the full video. So starting from seated position, go ahead and find your way to a wall. So we're gonna go ahead and start scooting our way to the wall. Scooting your glutes and then picking up your legs. It doesn't have to look graceful. We're just getting ourselves scooted up toward this wall, okay? So from here, you can either take a strap if you have one. You don't have to use a strap. Have your legs bent, and then do your best to lift them so that they get a little straighter. Now, don't compromise anything. If you feel any pulling in your legs or near your glutes, I want you to keep your legs slightly bent. But what we're doing here is, if you're standing all day, blood's pooling in your feet, it's causing your feet to be tired and achy. This is allowing the blood to just slowly travel with gravity down to your core, okay? And what we need to do when we're in this pose is just legs up against the wall, elevated legs. Point your toes to the ceiling. This is going to engage and activate the feet, helping strengthen them to support the flexibility. After you point your toes to the ceiling, flex your toes back toward your core and give them a little bit of a stretch. Spread your toes, trying to create a little bit of movement in your feet. You'll go ahead and repeat this about 10 times. As you're here by your wall, make sure you're using equal inhalation, equal exhalation. This is going to regulate your nervous system, calm the mind, calm the body. So from here, just get comfortable, do your best to keep the legs lifted and straight. You're going to feel a nice deep stretch in the hamstrings, maybe toward the glute. The feet should feel really good, not all that blood's not just pooling. And continue to point and alternatively flex the toes. Again, I encourage you, if you don't have very much mobility in your hamstrings, if they're very sore, use that strap or just have a little bend at the knees here. And when you bend your knees here, if they're bent, I want you to focus on having your thighs toward your core. And this is going to create a little bit of compression. As you bend your legs, continue to just try to lift them and bend. Lift and bend. Ultimately, the idea of having the wall is to give a little bit of resistance, so it's pushing back. It's a force that's pushing against your legs, so you have that little bit of an aid to help you really get deep in a stretch, help with alignment, all of these things that are crucial for hamstring flexibility. Now again, I recommend you can close your eyes here. This is a very relaxing pose. It's meant to calm, reduce stress. You can have the hands lying comfortably on your torso. Listen to a little bit of music. Never force your body into anything it's not ready to. You'll never win. You don't want to compromise your attachments. Again, that's why I brought up, if you feel any tugging in your glutes, you want to bend your knees or come out of the pose altogether. You don't want to force your body into anything if you want to stretch for a long time. So we want to create strength and flexibility. Now, once you've stayed in this posture for about 10 equal breaths, when you get ready to come out of this pose, all you're going to do to safely exit is bend your knees and then just twist and roll yourself over to the side. And you just come on out of the pose. After you've completed some assisted wall leg lifts, I recommend try them in your bed. It's nice and cushy, give your back something soft to lie on, and just practice, practice, practice. Your body is something that has to be trained. Now, if you watched my last video, you saw it was 1 minute. That's 60 seconds of your time. Everybody has 60 seconds. Everybody has 5 minutes. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure your legs are gonna thank you too. Please stay tuned for next week's video. I'm Yogi Fierce.